Are you a first-time homebuyer in Toronto feeling like your budget just won't stretch? Do you scroll through Toronto neighborhoods and wonder if you ever afford a place that isn't a shoebox? We get it. In this video, we're taking you on a journey through Toronto's hidden gems and popular spots, showing you exactly how far your dollar can go and what kind of home you can realistically expect to buy in different Toronto neighborhoods across the city. Whether you've got $400,000 or $1.4 million, there's a Toronto neighborhood strategy that makes sense for first-time home buyers. Based on recent market data covering thousands of Toronto neighborhood sales, I'm about to show you exactly what every budget bracket gets you, from hidden gems in Scarborough to luxury living in the annex. And I'm not talking square footage, I'm talking about lifestyle, commute, schools, and what your money actually buys as a first time home buyer in each Toronto neighborhood. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which Toronto neighborhoods fit your budget and what kind of life you can build there. Market reality. Let's start with the truth about Toronto neighborhoods in 2025. The average home price across all Toronto neighborhoods is $1.57 million. But that's like saying the average car cost is $50,000. It doesn't tell you what's actually available at your price point. Toronto neighborhoods range from under 500,000 condos in Scarborough to $3+ million detached homes in Rosedale. The key is understanding what each Toronto neighborhood offers beyond just the price tag. We're talking about commute times, school ratings, walkability, nightlife, parks, and future growth potential. Because buying in Toronto neighborhood isn't just about getting a roof on your head. It's about the lifestyle you're investing in. I'm going to break this down into 3 budget categories. Show you exactly what's available in each Toronto neighborhood tier, and give you the insider knowledge to make the right choice for your situation. Let's start with the under $500,000 budget. Everyone says it's impossible to buy in Toronto neighborhood at this price point. They are wrong. In Toronto neighborhoods like Scarborough, your $450,000 gets you a 1-bedroom condo with actual square footage. We're talking about 600 to 700 square feet, not those 400 square foot shoebox units downtown. Scarborough has 3 subway stations and multiple TTC bus routes. Yes, it's 45 minutes to downtown, but you're still in Toronto proper with Toronto addresses and Toronto amenities. Scarborough neighborhoods have incredible food diversity, some of the best authentic Asian, Caribbean, and Middle Eastern restaurants in the city. The community centers are modern. There are actually parking spots, and you're near Rouge Valley for outdoor activities. Now let's talk about Etobicoke North, hidden gem territory. North Toronto neighborhoods offer larger condos and even some co-op opportunities. Your $480,000 might get you a 2-bedroom condo with a balcony and a parking spot included. You're closer to Pearson Airport, having access to Centennial Park, and the neighborhoods feel more suburban while still being Toronto. Plus, the Eglinton Crosstown is eventually connecting these areas better to downtown. The reality check. What are the hidden costs in this neighborhood at this budget? You're looking at condo fees between $400 and $600 per month. Property tax, somewhat between $2,000 and $2,500 a year. Parking, if separate, is between $50 and $100 a month. And you're looking at utilities between $150 and $200 a month. Now, let's look at the total monthly payment for this type of property. Your total monthly housing cost is around $2,800 and $3,200 a month. You'll need a household income of about $90,000 to qualify comfortably. These Toronto neighborhoods aren't just starting homes, they are wealth-building tools. Scarborough has seen 25% appreciation over 3 years. You're not just buying shelter, you're buying equity. Moving on to the mid-range Mavericks. The $500,000 to $1 million range is where Toronto neighborhoods really open up. This is the sweet spot for most first-time buyers. Let's look at the North York Toronto neighborhoods. North York Toronto neighborhoods give you the best of both worlds. Your $700,000 gets you two-bedroom condo with actual storage, in-suite laundry, and potentially a deck for working from home. You're on the Shepherd subway line with direct access to Line 1. The commute to downtown is 30 to 35 minutes, and you're near major employment hubs in North York itself. North York, Toronto neighborhoods have massive shopping centers, diverse food scenes, and some of the best community centers in the city. If you have kids or planning for them, the schools and programs here are excellent. Leslieville, the culture hub. Leslieville represents the trendy Toronto neighborhoods everybody talks about. Your $800,000 gets you a larger condo or possibly a small townhouse if you're lucky and flexible. This is where Toronto's creative class lives. Independent coffee shops, vintage stores, art galleries, and some of the best brunch spots in the city. The streetcar gets you downtown in 20 minutes. The Leslieville Toronto neighborhoods attract young professionals, couples, and creative types. It's gentrified enough to feel safe and vibrant, but not so expensive that you can't afford to enjoy the lifestyle. The Junction represents Toronto neighborhoods with serious growth potential. Your $850,000 might get you a two-bedroom condo with outdoor space or even a small townhouse. Dundas West GO Station connects you to the entire GTA, plus you have subway access. If you work anywhere along the GO lines, this location is golden. The Junction Toronto neighborhoods are where Leslieville was 10 years ago. Local businesses are opening, families are moving in, and property values are climbing steadily. We're looking about budget reality for mid-range. What $750,000 actually cost you? You're looking at monthly payment between $3,500 and $4,000, condo fees between $500 and $700 per month, and property tax ranging from $5,000 to $6,500 a year, and total monthly mortgage payment between $4,200 and $4,800. You need household income between $130,000 and $140,000 to qualify comfortably. That's achievable for dual income professional couples or single buyers in tech, finance, or healthcare. Now, moving on, we are approaching the $1 million mark and beyond. Once you hit the $1 million mark, Toronto neighborhoods transform completely. This isn't just about bigger spaces. It's about lifestyle, location, and long-term wealth building. We're talking about Riverdale as a family paradise. Price range between 1.2 million and 1.8 million. Riverdale Toronto neighborhoods offer the classic Toronto dream. Detached Victorian homes with character, mature trees, and actual yards where kids can play. You're walking distance to Riverdale Park with its famous skyline views, the Danforth for Greek food shopping, and Leslieville for trendy spots. The TTC access is excellent with multiple streetcar and bus routes. Riverdale Toronto neighborhood have some of the highest rated public schools in the city. If you're planning a family, you're investing in your kids' education just by choosing the right postal code. Now, let's go to High Park area. We call the Green Living. The price range starts from 1.4 million and $22.2 million. High Park Toronto neighborhoods give you 400 acres of parkland, a sure backyard. Your $1.6 million gets you a detached home with parking, yard space, and proximity to one of Toronto's premier parks. Roncesvalles Village has that small town feel within Toronto. Local businesses know your name. There are community events and it feels like a real neighborhood rather than just a place to sleep. So if this is the vibe that you're looking for, this is the place for you. Now, going to the High Park Toronto neighborhoods, High Park Toronto neighborhoods hold value better than almost anywhere else in the city. These areas have been desirable for decades and will continue to be premium locations. The Annex Cultural Capital. Toronto, price range between 1.5 million, 3 million and above. The Annex represents Toronto neighborhoods at their most sophisticated. Your $2 million gets you a renovated Victorian with modern amenities in one of Canada's most cultural rich areas. Your walking distance to the ROM, AGO, U of T, and Bloor Street shopping. The subway access is unmatched. You're at the intersection of multiple lines. No wonder the price is kind of hefty. Annex Toronto neighborhoods have appreciated consistently for over 30 years. These homes become generational wealth, not just places to live. If you are looking for a place that you can pass from one generation to the next, this is the place for you. Now let's go to the luxury budget reality. These are what 1.5 million actually means. You are looking at monthly payment between $7,000 and $8,000. Property tax ranging from $15,000 and $20,000 a year. With regards to maintenance and utilities, you're looking at about $800 to $1,200 a month with a total monthly payment of your mortgage between 8,500 to 10,000. You need a household income of $250,000 to comfortably afford Toronto neighborhoods at this level. But you're not just buying shelter, you're buying into Toronto's most desirable communities. All right, now that you know what each budget gets you in Toronto neighborhoods, let's talk strategy beyond the purchase price. Additional costs for Toronto neighborhoods. There's a land transfer tax, which is about 1.5% of your purchase price. This is Toronto specific. You're looking at legal fees between $1,500 and $2,500. Home inspection between $500 and $800. Moving costs between $1,000 and $3,000. And you might be looking at some immediate repairs and improvements. So budget for 2 to 5% of the purchase price. Now let's talk about market competition strategy. Toronto neighborhoods move fast. In hot areas like Leslieville or Riverdale, you need to get pre-approved before you start looking. Have your documents ready to submit offers same day. In this type of neighborhood, you couldn't just wait for the next day because when you do that, you were going to lose the house. Consider slightly over asking in competitive areas. Work with agents who know specific Toronto neighborhoods intimately. Lifestyle priorities framework. Before choosing Toronto neighborhoods, rank these priorities. Commute time versus space trade-offs, urban amenities versus suburban feel, school quality versus nightlife access, current needs versus future family plans, appreciation, potential versus immediate lifestyle. Now, let's talk about your next steps. Get financially ready. Pre-approval, down payment saved, closing costs budgeted. Research specific Toronto neighborhoods, visits on different days and times, check commute routes, connect with local experts, agents who specialize in your target Toronto neighborhood. Start viewing strategically. Focus on 2 to 3 Toronto neighborhoods maximum. Be ready to move. Toronto neighborhoods require quick decisions in competitive markets. Whether the market is slow or not, these areas, it's always competitive. So if this is the areas you like, you have to be ready to move in right away. Look, Toronto neighborhoods offer something for every budget. You just need to know where to look and what to expect. Whether you're starting with a Scarborough condo or jumping into the High Park detached home, you're investing in one of North America's most dynamic cities. But here's what I didn't cover today: how to actually win in Toronto's competitive market. Next time, I'm revealing the exact strategies that get offers accepted in Toronto neighborhoods. Whether bidding war was normal, I'm talking about psychological tactics, timing strategies, and the specific approach that works when everyone wants the same Toronto neighborhoods. You absolutely cannot miss that video if you're serious about buying in Toronto neighborhoods, because these strategies could save you tens of thousands and actually get you the home you want. Drop a comment below: which Toronto neighborhood surprised you the most? Are you targeting any of these areas? Remember, Toronto neighborhoods aren't just for the wealthy or the lucky. With the right information and strategy, you can find your place in this incredible city. Every Toronto neighborhood has its advantages. You just need to match your budget with your priorities. I'll see you in the next video where we turn this knowledge into action and get you moving toward your Toronto neighborhood.